unbalance even the most robust ecosystem.
Yeah. Oh. Oh god. Sungazer, you couldn't help but stare into the gentle glow of Arcadia's stars. Your eyesight has been permanently damaged, increasing your spread with ranged weapons, but you've created a lasting connection with the daylight. Continually heal while outside during the day, up to 50% health. Dude, that is not enough. Reject. I wasn't even looking at this one. I was trying to look at the fucking sign, or the speaker rather. But yeah, I guess the sun is in that direction. If it were like 70 to 80% health, I think that's a lot nicer. 50% is nothing. Oh my god, dude, right outside of their town, you've got fucking Crabbles again? That poor thing. It tried to run. It didn't work out for it. Oh my god, my range. There you go. Jesus. This place is in rough condition. Reposition. You can't keep up. Slide. Hop. Double hop. Oh! Did I just sneak attack while sliding? That poor thing. I'm surprised it didn't even know what was going on. This seemed like it would be an important building. I gotta waterlog something, I don't know. Maybe it's a waterlogged piece of food? Okay, it's a medicine. Maybe they would tell me to clear this place out for the people living in the town. I might as well loot everything I can while I'm here. Ooh. The label appears to have floated away, but perhaps Westport's curativist can make use of the contents inside. I guess this is a quest item. Toxicity crash threshold. Yay, one! One! Now I should be at 87. Wowee. It's always entertaining when you have like such super small increases. Enter passcode already. Left written in go getter. Go getter. Hidden ambitions of Charlton Waintrot. Wait, Charlton? Isn't that the dude that we're supposed to be hunting for? Yeah. Yeah, intriguing. Hidden ambitions. Were it but offered, I would revel in the life of a minor functionary within middle administration, but such is not my lot under the Protectorate. Once one is delegated to a post, there they must remain. What is a person with ambitions meant to do here, I ask, besides wallow in obscurity? I oftentimes wonder how I might fare within Auntie's Choice, freewheeling meritocratic society, though to even consider such thoughts is to court swift rendition to a mental refreshment center. Paths of uncertainty. As unheard of as it sounds, I have been reassigned by Vigilant Hogarth. He has tasked me to raise the spirits of my fellow subjects by reciting inspirational words from the Sovereign. A great honor to be sure, but I worry. If my mind ever begins to wander, will I start singing the spirited product jingles of our commercialist rivals? Yet I must hold firm, as such doubts are contrary to the true go-getter I know myself to be. Forbidden fruit taste. Admin Chatterjee indicated that my recent conduct was a profound disappointment to all Protectorate society, as the frequency of my washroom visits has increased by 5.6%, and my manner has become jittery and fretful. I dared not admit the reason, how I feel impelled to devour Auntie's Choice's purple berry crunch at every opportunity. I nodded, accepting 6 demerits and an extra work hour to offset my loss in output. My thoughts already turning to my sweet, prohibited indulgence. I just needed that cereal. Oh, it affected my work by 5.6%, or well, washroom visits. Does it just have a lot of fiber? What's going on there? Despite how thrilling I find this, Red Cloak cereal, it has left my days and nights full of worry and doubt. Like all who tune in, I cheer at the exploits of the lone righteous sentinel as she nabs hidden sympathizers intent on undermining our protectorate. But as the miscreants are shipped off for mental refreshment, I wonder, what would Red Cloak think of my purple berry crunch consumption? Or my enthrallment with its advertisements? I fear I know the answer. That was everything? Okay. Maybe not fret over what this fictional agent would do to you. And worry that your cousin wants to get you killed instead. Sent for execution for your betrayals. You know, I was thinking of Westport as like full on everyone's protectorate, super loyalist, but I guess if someone who would be considered a traitor is hiding out over there, it must be a bit of a mixed situation. Daily Journal of Good Neighbor Emily Woodham, first entry 2359. Yet another perfect day. A duly kept daily journal for later reminiscence and routine sentinel review. First entry of 2359. 0700 hours. Awoke to a new and brilliant day of abundance, with thanks to Vigilant Hogarth and our benevolent sovereign. 0730 hours. Consumed prestige regal tarts, nourishingly delicious. 10:02 hours. Spotted aircraft streaking across the sky. One appears to have landed on the east side of Westport. How curious. 06 hours. We have guests. 4 out-of-towners in strange uniforms trampling through the flower bed. They hurried away before I could invite them in for tea. 17 hours. Many more out-of-towners now. They take umbrage with our automechanicals, inflicting heavy damage, perhaps in preparation to replace them with even more wonderful models. 46 hours. Out-of-towners are at my door, requesting entry. My, they are insistent. 10:47 hours. Strangers will not leave. Their words confound me. Claim they were chosen by someone's aunt to share unbridled consumerism. We'll need to confirm spelling. Perhaps ask Vigilant Hogarth. Oh my, they're forcing open the door. Oh my god. Well, as long as they didn't kill her, I suppose. I guess they came storming through this place. Maybe Westport is... Ooh, is this another comic? Oh shit. Nice, 9 out of 10 copies. A fiction periodical chronicling the exploits of Earth. Okay, right. I keep expecting there to be new stuff down here, but there never is. Wild Roy, the raised by Primal's boy. I wonder where this last volume is going to be. Surely it's got to be... Oh. Surely it's got to be in the city of Westport. A reliably kept journal for later reminiscence and routine sentinel review. Mid-year 2358. Okay, this is different from the other one. 0700 hours. Awoke to another day of comfort and security, with gratitude to Vigilant Hogarth and our sovereign and his benevolence. 7:30 hours. Broke morning fast with a nourishing meal of tribute pancakes, prepared with typical automechanical flair. 10:30 hours. Noticed neighbor Doherty taking his normal afternoon walk much earlier today. Bears further scrutiny. Possible reporting. 12:30 hours. Neighbor Ryland arrived for our crafts activity. Brought a freshly pre-baked certainty sweet cake. He expressed great contentment with our perfect life, yet pondered if it might ever end. 12:32 hours. Reported neighbor Ryland. 12:45 hours. Ate the sweet cake. You fucking reported him and then ate the sweet cake he brought? Wow. 1700 hours. Enjoyed evening meal while rereading A Beacon to the Cosmos. Nourished physically and spiritually. 2000 hours. Retired listening to everyone's neighbor Prudence on the wireless. Untroubled by doubt or concern, another perfect day ends. For the glory of the sovereign, Emily Woodham, a vital cog. I feel like Emily didn't make it. Do you even have anything in here? 6 short rounds? Okay, here we go. plasma compact rounds. I don't even honestly know what, if anyone shot plasma at me. I assume the Crabbles have. But I've never really noticed myself being set on fire. Alright, nothing in the outhouses. Nothing in the crabble eggs. Unlucky. Give me my money. My potential 38 bits per crabble meat. I'll even just take the biomass. That's fine too. Have I been up here? Oh ho ho! Nice. Good thing I checked. I don't even know if it'll be good. But maybe once we make it to the very... Well, I guess we got the fast travel area here. We do have a lot of advanced decryption keys, and it'd be nice to like get something really good out of them. The storage boxes, that is. Spacer outfit for being sucked into the frigid vacuum of space in style. That is a stylish outfit. I'll give him that. Not as stylish as the topmost coat. I probably should armor this up soon. Because if I give it the 10% damage resistance, then it technically would have 40% damage resistance on the very first thing that hits me. I'd probably be better off with like a heavy armor or something, just the flat damage resistance in general. But I'm holding out hope that we get like a piece of gear that just gives me like a bunch of gun damage bonus or something, and then we'll figure out the whole damage resistance part afterwards, you know? Because yeah, I haven't really been using the sprint combat speed to its full advantage. A lot of times I forget just how mobile I can be in this game. Though part of that is because of the fact that we are on this harder mode and things can kind of one-shot me. It feels a lot less smart for me to run in as fast as possible when a simple crab biting my leg would instantly take me out.
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprite race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
I mean, assuming that's his body right there, I don't know. It could be this guy, though. I didn't read the name of the bodies, though.
No, I haven't felt this high stress since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Oh yeah, for your little mission for meeting Zebulon? I mean, I guess I could head over there on the more immediate side of things. I thought he'd be more within the city walls themselves. There does seem to be kind of a don't cross this line barrier kind of thing. We'll check that out in a second. Earrings, soda. I wonder if the drinks can be broken down into anything useful. Maybe like a little bit. A little bit of scrap, maybe a little bit of biomass. Maybe some lore stuff implications with it, like how much biomass do you get from this piece of Auntie's Choice food? Sheesh. Got another one of these damn doors I can't open. Come on, come on. Give me a ceiling hole. The glorious upper entry. No? Shoot. What's even in here? Dead dude. Something in his hands. Could be valuable. Grr. Fine. Sometimes you gotta resort to bullets. You know, it would be kind of crazy if this counted as stealing and then you had that stealing 100% perk. You get so much money from this place. Is there a general perk for that, by the way? Hold on. I feel like I remember seeing something that was like, yeah, it gives you like a small 10% or 20% boost in stuff that you stole. But it's not a big deal. It's not like an immediately noticeable thing, then it is what it is. I'm not really stealing for the intention of selling. I'm just kind of a hoarder. I just want all the stuff that's around because maybe I could use it. Potential extra money is just an awkward, nice side benefit. All right. I think we've explored all of this. I don't think we explored these potential like guard towers, but let's see what's going on with this Zebulon person. Unless there might be something on top of the bar. Hold on. Oh, wait, more eggs. Okay, I think I've cleared out the vast majority of eggs. I wouldn't be surprised if there was even a quest about it. No, nothing up here. Sadness. You give me this double jump and then no reward? How dare you? Oh. Zebulon's in this building that's not behind the trespassing area. Perfect goods. All right. Let's hope this goes well. Niles?
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Ooh.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
His rotation adapters are fine. Your attitude could use some work though, no. Niles, you didn't tell me that Zebulon thought you were dead. That's awful.
I didn't know. Didn't realize you would...
What else was I to think? You disappeared, sent no word. Death was the best I could have hoped for you, given the alternatives. Let's not mince words. You ran from the cause, I stayed, and suffered for it. Now you turn up with this stranger. And
Hello.
who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate castoff?
Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, I was Niles' commander back in the day, briefly.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
And you wonder why? You're kind of an ass. No. You're just mad because Niles has a better, cooler friends now? Holy fuck. Absolutely not. We're doing number one. We're working together to save Arcadia, a cause I assume you'd support.
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment?
Space.
Where were you when I actually needed you?
Still space. Could be worse. He could have left you floating in the dead of space for a decade. That's so fucked. We'll let Niles respond.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Oh, fuck! It's all coming apart.
Ooh, somebody's in trouble. No, maybe you'd like to rethink Niles' offer of help.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
Okay, well, I'm in if Niles is in.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Alright, well, I haven't found a way to reach the Vox station yet, so it might take me a while.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the consul.
Yeah, you can be grouch all you want, but technically we have a whole lot of stuff to do before we go to the Vox relay, so you're out of luck on that. But hey, I have some questions before I go.
I'll answer what I can.
How did a Protectorate doctor end up turning rebel
You
fighter?
must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct, and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration.
What about when you got your mental refreshment?
Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds.
Fine. All right. I guess tell me what you can about your neighbors.
The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here. I feel kindly toward them.
Oh. I kind of killed all of those. I wasn't. I was talking about the people in Westport.
Of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind if you've explored the nearby settlement. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me, of course, or anyone outside the Sovereign's grace, which has been to my benefit. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now, not even a crowbar could pry open all those shut eyes.
I guess that's all I need for now. We'll see you later. I'm surprised I can't, like, buy stuff from you. You're a doctor. Oops, doorkeep. Yeah.
Do you always put your hands on other people's things?
Yes. Storekeeper clothing. Woo. What do you got on you, Zebulon Tran? I don't know. It's ours now, though. I could go in through here, but I don't really need to just yet. I do feel bad about... Let's see if I can go save his friends. Had it been more directly within the Vox relay, I wouldn't be doing this. But seeing that it's more on the edge, I think this is a good idea. Let me see if there's a closer fast travel spot. I don't think I can go up this way. Though, I guess let's see. Can I go along the coast over here? I'm feeling the answer's gonna be no. What? Well. How surprising. Considering how many invisible barriers I've already had to deal with. Yeah, revive me. Whoa. I don't think there's anything out here. I'm here for pure curiosity. Oh god. No! Alright. I quick saved before that little stint. It's fun to try different difficulty settings. Auntie might charge you for it or something. No. I won't fuck with the difficulty settings at all. Sometimes I do wish there was more games embrace like a slider kind of thing. Or a more diverse set of difficulty options that almost acted like a slider. Because there are so many different ways people obviously can enjoy their games. It always feels weird when you're like, I want to play the game on the hard difficulty, but I don't want like the, something to be so overly crushing it's just unfun. I just want a little bit of a challenge, because sometimes things can be a little bit too easy on the very normal standard difficulties that games come with. And even like with what we've done right now, that's just a general statement. Because I really haven't been struggling at all with the combat in this. While I do get one shot a lot of times. In a lot of other instances, I'm kind of fine. I'm killing the enemies pretty quickly. So what the hell happens on normal difficulty? I don't even know if you need to invest in gun points at that point. Ah! Fuck. Ah, okay. That's interesting that time, they're like, you fell a lethal distance. and so I can't be revived. But the other time I fell a lethal distance, they were fine. I guess there's like a bit of an increased range for that. There's you died from general fall damage, and you died from too much fall damage. Yeah. This is a much worse path than the one I did before. Okay. Fine, I will go this way. Ah, Jesus Christ. Obviously, I probably really shouldn't even be up here at all, but like, it still would be fucking nice if my character grabbed more shit than like we actually end up grabbing. I fall way too goddamn much. Like this should be climbable. My God, okay. All right, let's see if I can do this without the dying. Oh no, that doesn't count. Okay. I was trying to peek over the edge, not throw myself over it. Momentum is a cruel mistress. Blech. Okay. Just gonna do this. There, I'm on ground level. See, I was trying to just like go as far as possible on that upper mountain and then make my way down. Sometimes you just have to cut your losses. All right, hopefully this doesn't trigger anything. I want to save the people, not initiate the full-scale war with a Vox relay if it has to happen. Zebulon did imply that I need to try and do this in a stealthy way. So, aside from the Protectorate soldiers noticing the people are missing eventually, we should be able to do this without arousing any kind of suspicion. Alright, dehydrated water. What the fuck is dehydrated water? I gotta look at that. Hold on. Where would that even go? Name, okay. Dehydrated water. Just add air. Now available in carbonated. Huh. Dehydrated water tablets. Okay. You know, those do kind of sound useful. But like, if you open it, does the entire thing just become water?
Figured this ship would have been started by now. You know how Sentinels are. They take their time with traitors and instigators.
Ooh, third person peeking. I don't even know how many people are here.
We've got company, Commander. The unfriendly kind.
I'm hearing a lot of walking around. Oh shit.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Holographic repeating rifle. Holograph sight rifle, I suppose. Fuck, do I need to get into the ship or next to the ship?
Back again. Thought we were done for now.
Shut the fuck up!
Break as many fingers as pleases you. Still won't change my tune. Wait. Who are you? I'm certain I haven't seen you before. I remember all my oppressors.
I'm here
We're
to
not
bust
protected.
you out.
We're your ticket out of this hot box. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late.
What do you mean it's too late? Where are the others?
I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
I haven't.
The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Montelli, damn him! He executed March and Pharaoh outright, ranting about traitors. Then the Consul Sentinel arrived to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me.
This is kind of crazy, because it's been like fucking 5 minutes since we heard your distress call. So, that doesn't seem right. You're tough to have survived all that.
Thanks. Can't take all the credit, though. The Sentinel seemed spent by the time she got to me. Wore herself out on the others, I guess. Quick, though, before I forget or we're interrupted, I memorized the cipher. It's O2519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster.
Alright, well now we need to get you out of there.
Kind of you to offer, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces.
That might just be the most ruthless bait and switch I ever heard. Your friends ought to be proud.
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar.
That's, it's usually best to practice to blow up ships when you're not aboard.
I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be in danger. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
Niles, you're an engineer. What do you think? Will that work?
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick in if there was any real ignition.
What do you propose then?
Not blowing yourself up for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander?
Do I really not have any other stuff? I mean, oh yeah, we have speech options. I agree with Niles. You shouldn't sacrifice yourself, Audra.
The others paid with their blood to protect the cause. How can I be unwilling to do the same?
You think your dead friends give a shit about your survival skill? Jesus. Don't you see? This is exactly what your enemies want. More pointless death.
All right. I'm going to trust you on this, if only because I don't feel my head screwed on quite right at the moment. I just hope you're not wrong. No point in remaining here then, is there? I'll need you to find a way to unlock the gate to this pen. If you can't manage it through nimble fingers, one of the guards nearby should have a key card on them.
I'll see what I can do. So do I have... Okay, yeah, we can just lockpick it, not have to go through the whole other stuff. But it also, I feel... I could do it. We have the pickpocketing. Yeah. I feel like this is the more rewarding path on this.
This paradigm we serve supplies all we deserve.
All right, Audra. Let's get you the fuck out of there. Nice.
Well done. I can manage from here. Tell Zeb I'll rendezvous with him later. Once I've identified a safe place to meet. One last request. Don't damage the transport. A lone escapee is already insult, but a Sentinel killed, her transport destroyed? The Protectorate won't ignore such outright injury. Anyway, thank you again. Look after yourselves.
I know what Audra said, but what if she's wrong? I can't help thinking we shouldn't leave without bloodying the Protectorate's nose first.
What do you have in mind, Niles? Because I don't fully oppose it.
I could still go through with our plan from before. Sabotage the transport, make it look like an accident. Wouldn't be hard. I'm torn. On the one hand, Audra might be right. But when else are we gonna have a chance to take out one of the Consul's lackeys and a Protectorate vessel in one go?
I guess the question becomes, what is Audra's life actually like at the moment, right? Because for all we know, Audra, the only person that she knows is Zebulon, right? She doesn't have anybody else, or maybe like she has some family members and they're on a whole completely different fucking planet. You think Audra's wrong about the potential for blowback?
She was ready to fulminate herself before we talked her out of it. I'm just saying, maybe she ain't thinking so straight. That Sentinel's not gonna stop. She'll find new targets, new people to torture and kill. If we do nothing now, their blood will be on our hands.
I guess, agree with that. But are you sure this is the best way? I don't know. I feel like that's him like telling him no. I really don't know, like, I don't oppose blowing this fucking transport up and killing this Sentinel who would immediately kill 2 people via torture. Because Niles is right. How many people will this Sentinel go on to kill? But like, what kind of ways could we do it? Are you sure this is the best way?
I've spent 10 years on the sidelines watching people suffer, not being able to do a thing about it. We could do something here. So shouldn't we?
Think about the risk one more time and then decide. I'll abide by your choice.
I hate it when you're right. Tempting as it be to watch that Sentinel fry, best not to risk the blowback. I appreciate you helping me sort this out. Let's get back to Zeb. He still needs a cipher, and he'll want to hear about what happened with Audra.
Okay. I was still totally fine with you blowing that thing up. Okay, so we did not get toxicity points for leveling up. That's rough. Wow.
Peak efficiency at all times.
Is there a quick way out of here? Seems like it over here. But yeah, I was totally fine with him blowing it up. I was actually just hoping like he'd go, wait, I've got a better idea. Rather than blowing up the transport as it leaves, we could have it shock everybody inside of the place so it does still look like a freak accident. I think I've got some points in stealth. Allows me to be spotted for ever so slight amounts. Alright, taking the lift back down. I appreciate that by the looks of it, going up to this landing pad, there's no other way like off of it to go up to the Vox Relay. So this really is, maybe even I can't actually get up to the Vox Relay from this side to begin with. Which I am kind of fine with. It would be nice to still have to do the whole approach from the other side.
What's with all the landmines you corporatists
Oh god, this goddamn conversation for a third time?
Style of warfare, if you ask me.
Can't say I care for the mines either, but it's simple math. Mines don't need to sign a contract. Don't got bellies to feed. They cost a damn sight less than troops.
Suppose collateral damage don't mean much to me. Personally, when I spy a mine, I'm unloading from 40 paces.
Or you can walk around them. But
We
maybe
have
that's
some
just me.
crapples I never
It's drilled into
killed.
us not to waste ammo or ordnance. Go ahead and blast them if you want. I ain't stopping you.
All charged up.
Shield time! And light. You know, this is one of the few games that I've played that makes me wish my flashlight was brighter. Most of the times it's the opposite. Fucking they make the flashlight way too goddamn bright. But sometimes it doesn't feel like this is just so small. It's barely bigger than my crosshair. Maybe I don't even need it to be brighter. Just also wider. You know, with this being an Unreal Engine game, I do wonder if there are mods available for this. I do have the unfortunate problem of being on the Xbox Gamepass version of the game, and those are harder to mod sometimes. Not always. But I've never done it, so I don't know. I don't really know. At least I don't think I've done it. I don't remember. I just know I've definitely looked up information on modding some games for Xbox Game Pass. And it's mixed. Sometimes you have some situations like with Skyrim. I tried to play that at one point during my big move. I tried to play Skyrim and mod the Xbox Game Pass version. Because that one is like the remastered, the latest remastered version. And I don't got that on Steam. I just have the old Skyrim. The original OG, not remastered, not special edition one. And some mods can go into that version. But a lot of them can't. A lot of them just don't work. So yeah, like I said, it can be kind of a mixed situation. But going back to this game, or just in games in general, there are a lot of UE games that have flashlight mods. It's like one of the first things that get made. Jesus. Maybe one day we'll have a standard across games. They're just like, hey, you get a flashlight and you can adjust it within a certain range that's acceptable for the developers. Make it wider and then a little less bright. Or make it wide as fuck and super bright. Hey, Zebulon.
You've returned, but where are the others?
We pulled Audra out before she got herself blown up for the cause, but we were too late to save the others. A Sentinel worked them over real bad. I'm sorry, Zeb.
Damn the Protectorate! I'm certain you did all you could. And I'm especially grateful you were able to rescue Audra. I'd be at sea without her. And what of the cipher?
It is 02519W.
Thank you. I was beginning to fear I'd have to decipher this intelligence the hard way. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly.
It's okay. We caught you during a bad moment. Don't worry about it. Just glad we can help out.
I'm pleased Niles has found such a supportive friend and ally. That's a rare thing in this colony. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits.
You just had that in your pocket, huh?
Came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
Sweet. You're right. Good luck, Zebulon. We'll be ready when you need us. Wow, Niles, that went over pretty smoothly.
Just pack my things and I'll depart. Best not to stay in any one location for too long.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander?
I wanted to talk to you about your mission. the thing that we just did, but I guess you're not ready to talk about that just yet. Maybe you'll want to talk about it over here?
Debrief, Commander.
There you are. Hold on, come over here. We'll talk in the light.
Feels good, don't it? Helping folks like Zeb and Audra hit back against the Protectorate. Almost like being back with the Earth Directorate.
Is that the warm, bubbly feeling in my chest? I thought I just had acid reflux now. I wasn't sure we'd be able to talk Audra out of her plan.
Same. Part of me still wonders if we made the right call not sabotaging that ship, but guess it never hurts to play it safe. Anyway, it's easy to focus on all that's gone wrong, but we ought to celebrate our wins too.
I hope you're not going to celebrate by trying to cook Spratwurst again.
No. Trust, I learned my lesson there. Got the burns to prove it. On Triangular might have suggested going for drinks somewhere they don't come with fuel, but here, I think we'll have to settle for patting each other on the back.
Aww. It's an honor working alongside you again, Niles. You're becoming a fine agent.
Shucks, Commander. I'm gonna get top-heavy you keep paying me compliments like that. Thanks again for going out of your way to help Zeb. Now I can focus on hunting down the Vrees without feeling like I've got a rabid sprat in my back pocket.
Yeah, and we've got that modification for you. I think I would need to... well, talk to you for that.
Is it me, or has my... anyway?
Field tinkering. Alright, party upgrades. What can we choose for you? I think we were going to do the superheated acceleration barrel, because I don't know how often we're going to be fighting robot enemies. Obviously, shock damage would probably still be useful against regular people. It probably stuns them overall. But I'm worried that it would just make them very combat ineffective. Whereas setting things on fire is pretty useful in most cases. And then for the bottom part, I don't really know. Shock resistance, corrosive resistance. Technically, corrosive resistance is probably the better idea. Because it would make him more immune to like having his armor penetration go down by a lot anyways. The power of friendship, literally. That's the description for that. Oh my god. I really haven't seen too much shock stuff, so maybe yeah, we'll do the acid proof one. At least with this, you can actually swap them at any time. I kind of forgot that. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh my god. I didn't know he got this, like, helmet. Wow. It's kind of ugly. What the fuck? If it was like a full face mask covering thing, I'd be down for that. Or like go for like a connected visor, but this, it looks like a bug. Anything I could slap on my guns before we get out of here? Oh yeah, I could put some armor onto my escape suit. We'll just do the regular defensive plates. 10% damage resistance, which, funnily enough, right, makes it as effective as a heavy armor, which is crazy. I did it. I broke the egg. All right. Let's set this as our active. Wasn't expecting to have such a little side quest there with our side quest, you know? But I guess it isn't too surprising that Zebulon, the resistance fighter, would have something related to doing more resistance fighting. Okay, so these 4 giant squares on my map ended up being 4 big old sovereign statues. Or matriarch statues, I guess, in this case.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
Hey there!
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth. Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
I do like to confabulate. Wait, hold on. I'm here on Protectorate business. I'm looking for Charlton Waintrout.
Apologies, but I don't believe I should be discussing such matters with you without permission. Once you report to the Vigilant, I'd be happy to speak freely. Otherwise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Jesus. Wait, is this a pool? Or I guess it could have been a fountain. I don't know who this is on the speakers.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because
I guess I'll go talk to the Vigilant real quick. He is technically the main mission anyways. Or rather, the main story quest. Let's do a little save here. And make sure I'm looking at more than just a door. So that, yeah, my little screenshot there lets me know what I'm getting myself into. That's kind of nice in here, nice and quiet. Ooh.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
Hey, I have some meds for you, but talking to the Vigilant first, gotta find him. I'm assuming he's this dude. Yep, Vigilant Hogarth.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
That's good, because I'm here to make you betray everything that you live for, I guess. The guiding light looks to be fading here, but Fairfield is willing to take your people in now. We'll offer to help first.
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
A whole sprat. Wow.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the Vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
I mean, I kind of do have some. Automech parts help grant you a reprieve of... how exactly?
If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Look around. If the Protectorate wanted to do right by you, you wouldn't be starving and wallowing in this metal quagmire. You want to help your people? Go to Fairfield.
Fairfield? Why, they're the reason we're in this mess. You'll forgive me for questioning such timely offers of generosity and kindness. No thank you, not interested.
Jesus, Inez.
I owe it to every single person here to try.
I was trying to be coy, Inez, and then you fucking just had to drop what I was avoiding in the first place. What would it take for you to let your people leave for Fairfield?
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
That sounds like I would need to sabotage things. What do you imagine your subjects think about your chances
here?
When I look
outside, I see people who are hardy and resilient, who trust the paradigm, who understand prosperity will return with time and group effort. I have the aid of key pillars of our community. Several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers.
Sounds like 3 objectives to take down. All right. Sounds like you're trying to close a hull breach with spit and sprat holes, or hides. But if things fell apart further, you'd let everyone go and you'd leave too?
I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. There's no use pursuing such a fruitless line of thinking further. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining.
Apologies if I hit a nerve. We can change the subject.
Not the first to question my judgment, nor the last, I suppose. One expects a certain lack of social graces from those raised outside the Protectorate. Let us talk plainly. What would it take to secure your aid?
Hold on now. I didn't know you were going to try and turn it around on me like that. You didn't need to be rude. I mean, I have been rude too, but like, you know, we're trying to help your people out overall. But okay, tell me more about your situation here.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
You're one of the Vigilant. What does that mean?
Our society is built of layers, with the benevolent sovereign at the top. The Vigilant are directly beneath him, supporting him, helping to enact the paradigm. We are also tasked with leading the rest of the subjects.
Okay, and how does that work?
There are varying degrees of Vigilant leadership needed, depending on where in the hierarchy a subject may be. Why, even the Sentinels rely on our guidance, regardless of their thoughts on the matter. But our true calling is to lead the lower classes, who are the beating heart of our society. I suppose when Auntie is eventually driven from our fair island, the Sentinels will be coming for me, traitor that I am. Is there anything else?
We could make it so they don't have to do that. I'll leave you to it.
Now.
We gotta figure out what we're gonna be doing. Because it's a bit of a mixed thing for me. I don't really have anything against these guys. Oh, I leveled up. I forgot about that. Observation speech. Okay, and then the next thing I could go for maybe speech 6. I could do lockpick 6. What happens with this 90% weak spot damage? Okay, hold on. Revert all. I haven't really ran into anything just yet that makes me think, yeah, I need I need lockpick 80. Speech 20. But now that I am within the civilization, I should probably do this. Okay. We'll go for speech. And we'll hope that helps me out. Apply. Hold on, checking. Yeah, okay, still no toxicity. So yeah, I guess you really do have to like go probably for medical. It's tempting. I could do it. 2 levels of just like dumping medical just so that I have a bit more toxicity threshold. It also gives you damage to creatures overall, which doesn't sound that bad, I guess. They do try in some cases, like speech, giving you bonus damage to humans, or like a baseline damage buff in general, like that's okay. But I got my gun skill too.
That you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
All right.
Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind.
I'll give you the automech parts. We'd have to discuss compensation.
What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need.
Both of them are the same thing. Well, you have intimate knowledge of the Vox station's workings, correct?
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there. Once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
I'm pursuing a malefactor named Augustine DeVries. Vox relays her last known location.
Difficult place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside.
Ooh.
Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
Okay, yeah, I mean, hey, thank you.
That is most excellent. Please, hand them over.
Hope these help Westport get back on its feet.
Thank you. I know community service can be a foreign concept for those outside the Protectorate, so I hope this is ample reward for your time. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It'd save many lives.
Okay, and who the hell's that gonna be? Admittedly, I do abhor the loss of life. What needs to be done?
The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law.
Okay, so who do I need to show the writ to?
Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ. And this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen.
Damn. Okay, why does Corbin have to kill Montelli?
If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup.
Sounds like a plan, Vigilant.
Good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare.
Wait. You don't think this is gonna work, do you?
Oh, I don't doubt your abilities, but the prospects remain exceedingly poor. The facility is exceptionally well guarded, and forces there are the pinnacle of Protectorate training. Even if you succeed, it's only a matter of time before the Arbiter arrives to administer my sentence. Any chances of me avoiding my fate are quite slim, I fear. Farewell now.
Wait,
Our enemies envy our
I wonder if I screwed myself over on the main mission. Hold on, looking at the journal here. Could I still mess with this place? While it won't let you get past the bridge, you can present it to Sentry Second Class Lemon to get into the Vox Relay Station. Once inside, he said you should speak to Marshal Corbin, so I can get into the facility, but I can't get across the bridge on the more official side. Are you sure I can't convince people?
The Vox Relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
A question before I go. What would it take for you to let your people leave to Fairfield?
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
Seems to be like a catastrophe already.
Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion.
Bye.
Farewell now.
I'm very curious still if I can like sabotage this place, or if I even really should sabotage this place. Technically, I've got what I need, right? I've got, you know, I can cross to the other side of the island in multiple ways, mostly over here, and like not have to actually even worry about this bridge. I can go into the Vox Relay now with like a peaceful method, and if not that way, I could go into the Raptidon Den and come in through the back area. So I don't really need to sabotage anything for Milver Street or Carr. But I would like to play out their stories regardless, if possible. Oh my god. Hey, little guy. What big teeth you've got there. Holy shit. Alright, give me 1 second here, and then I guess we'll explore more Westport.